What's up guys, Pink Lunatic here, and it's another My Hero Academia and Pokemon crossover. This time we will be talking about our favourite lovable idiot, Denki. Denki is a little bit of a comical character in the My Hero Academia universe. He has a tendency to shock himself into dumb mode when he uses too much of his power. He's not the brightest crayon in the box, but that's why we love him. His quirk is electricity, so I think it's fair to say most of his Pokemon will be electric type. Okay, the first Pokemon I'm going to give him is Pikachu. Just Pikachu. A team full of Pikachu. Denki is just one giant Pikachu. That's it. The end. That's all she wrote. No, that would just be predictable. So let's start again. Actually, rather than giving him Pikachu, I think a better Pokemon to give him would be Pichu. You see, when Denki uses too much of his electricity, he can short-circuit himself and end up in a really dumb state. Much similar to Pichu, if it uses too much electricity, it can surprise and shock itself. Pichu is not skilled at controlling electricity. If you take your eyes off it, it may shock itself. I can just imagine these two in battle, both in dumb mode, because they can't control themselves properly. I also think that it would be absolutely hilarious. Enough of that, we will move on to the next Pokemon, and I will be choosing Electabuzz. There is something about the way Electabuzz looks that just makes me think he is the perfect Pokemon for Denki. I think it's the electric stripes in Denki's hair. It reminds me of Electabuzz's body. They just share a similar aesthetic. I think these two look really cool together, and I think they would work really well together as well. Now going into the third Pokemon of choice, this Pokemon is Vikavolt. Vikavolt flusters opponents with his acrobatic flying maneuvers. This creates an opening for it to deliver an electric beam attack. Vikavolt's electric beam attack can represent Denki's hero support item, Sharpshooting Gear, which concentrates his electrical attacks into a straight line. I think the ability to shoot electricity in a straight line really fits these two well together. Also, Vikavolt can represent the tougher side of Denki because Vikavolt shouldn't be messed with. Okay, now not all of his Pokemon have to be electric type. In fact, with his next Pokemon, I'm going to go for something that would actually suit his personality well. A Pokemon that's derpy, just like our boy Denki, and this Pokemon is Slowpoke. Just look at this boy, look at his little face, that derpy little boy. Even its Pokédex entry can vouch for that. Incredibly slow and dopey. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. Remember when Jiro made that joke about his hero name and it took him a solid 5 seconds for him to realise she was ripping him a new one? Yeah, me too. I mean, look at both of these derpy little faces. Next up is a Pokemon that can have a sensitive side to it, and that Pokemon would be Jolteon. Jolteon is a sensitive Pokemon that easily becomes sad or angry. Every time its mood changes, it charges power. Whilst Denki isn't the type to particularly get angry, he has shown that he has somewhat a sensitive side, often freaking out when he's under pressure or getting a bit upset, or when he's the butt of the joke. Plus, I can just imagine Denki having a little electric dog running around with him. Jolteon just looks perfect. I think it's Jolteon's spikes and Denki's hair. They just look well suited. Okay, now I couldn't resist this one just because of how stupid its face is. If you thought Slowpoke looked dopey, you're not ready for this one. I'm choosing Stunfisk. Now look at that face and tell me it's not literally the same face as Dumbo Denki. Stunfisk literally has the same eyes as Denki when he's in short circuit state. It's literally hilarious. Stunfisk, however, should not be underestimated, as it can have a tougher side. It conceals itself in mud of the seashore, then it waits. When prey touch it, it delivers a jolt of electricity. Yeah, Stunfisk can be quite cunning when it wants to be. Stunfisk also represents how many people underestimate Denki and how despite he's a big dopey mess sometimes, he can be a tactical fighter. So there we have it, Denki's Pokemon team. Here's a few honourable mentions. As much as I think Pikachu would suit his team, Pichu better represents his short circuit state. I also thought about putting one of the Shinx's family on his team, as I think they would have been cool on his team. However, I think Jolteon kind of already fit with the role more. Magnezone also came to mind, but it didn't resonate strongly with me. Anyway guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see my live streams, follow my Twitch, which will be listed in the description below alongside with my other social medias.